Yo, what's up guys? Cameron Lowe here. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing amazing. So, today I'm going to just share with you a straight up tip, a really effective tip on DM closing that you could use if you plan on doing this, if you are doing this, or whatever. So, as a DM closer, as a text closer, what you're doing is you are essentially playing two different personalities. You are playing the personality of the influencer that you are selling for, if you're selling high ticket products and programs for an influencer, and then you are also playing your own personality. And so I'm going to talk about today how these two fit together and how to do this effectively so that you can close a fuck ton more sales. Because this is something that I've been doing recently. I'm always improving my process, and basically what I'll do is, as the influencer, I'll be talking to people in the DM. I'll be qualifying people, and there are a lot of people that aren't qualified that just I talk to, they don't end up buying because they're just not qualified, and that's always gonna happen. But what I've been doing is I've been getting just a little bit of information up front as the influencer, talking to the prospect in the DMs, getting some information, and then taking them to text. I say, hey, looks like would be a great fit. Shoot me your number and I'll have Cam from the team text you with some questions. And they always send the number because they're like, oh, he's not gonna call me? Like, cool, it's a fucking text message. It's very harmless, like I said in the past. So basically, after I get a little bit of information from them over the DM, as the influencer, using their language, I would then take them to text and then completely just light that shit up. Because I don't feel, when I have them over text, I don't feel restricted. I can be me, and I can shoot the shit, and I can talk shit, and I can get them super fucking fired up as myself, because they know it's me. So it just works out, and it's a lot more effective too, because if the influencer has someone from the team that is texting the person, it makes the influencer look more valuable and more desirable to work with. So I'm closing nearly every person that I take to text. This morning I was talking to this guy over the DM, and I said, I got a little bit of information from him, and I said, okay, shoot me your number, I'll have Cam from the team reach out, he'll text you with some questions to see what works best. And then he sends me the number, and then I take the number and I start texting it. I start off by saying, hey, this is Cam from so-and-so's team. Heard you wanted to do this and that. It's fucking awesome. You're a fucking beast. Tell me more about that. And so then they'll tell me more about it, and I'll start to qualify them even more and get even more into the details. But before I do, I'll just light them up. I'll say like some crazy ass shit, like a real, like normal person, not even salesy, just like a real human being, like talking to a friend, right? Because this morning, this guy that I took to text, I took him to text, and I was just talking all this shit, and he reached out to my client in the DMs, which is me, because my client's not looking at it, I'm looking at it, so I'm replying to him as my client, but he reaches out in the DMs, he's like, hey, I'm texting Cam right now, he's a fucking awesome dude, and then I'm telling him as the influencer, yeah man, Cam's sick, he's funny as fuck, huh? And he's like, yeah man, this is fucking awesome. So I'm getting them to like me a lot because they already like the influencer, they already like my client, so I'm getting them to like me, and that just creates a whole like team of people that they just really fuck with, that they love, and it makes it a lot easier to close the sale because it makes them feel that they are, becoming a part of a team that they really want to be a part of, right? They're with people that understand them, that they vibe with, and everything like that. So after I fire them up and get them to feel that I am their friend, and that we're on the same page and that I understand where they're coming from, once they feel that I understand where they're coming from, then I'll start to talk details, how much they can spend, and it's super free flowing. It's never, there's no pressure. There's rarely pressure unless there's someone who's like really resistant and just doesn't vibe in the same way, which does happen, but in that case it's like, do you even want to sell to that person? Do you even want him to be a part of the team? No, like in this case, guys, like you're not trying to get people to buy, you're essentially allowing them to buy. You're allowing them to be a part of the team or the movement or whatever it is. So the key is, you guys should just be so fucking grateful that I'm telling you this shit because no one else will. is to get info from them in the DMs, a little bit of info, figure out if you think they might be a fit, take their number, start texting them, and then just be yourself, be you, fire them up, and then talk details. And it's an easy close. And also, I forgot to talk about the process that I go through in adopting the actual influencer's personality, because when I'm getting clients, that's kind of an objection sometimes. They're asking, how am I gonna let you into my DMs? And people are just gonna, not get suspicious that it's not me talking to them, right? How will they know that I don't just have someone running my DMs? And honestly, for starters, like, it is truly very rare for someone to actually, get suspicious about that. I've had it happen a couple of times, but I've sent thousands and thousands and thousands of messages, and it's almost like close to none. It does happen sometimes, but then you just say, no, this is my account, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, just checking. So it's like, it's not that big of an objection, but they're always going to act like it's an objection. Like I said, I've closed for women in the past, and I've had to use like fucking heart emojis and like kissy faces when I'm talking to the girls, like, oh, like, damn girl, like exclamation marks, and fucking just all enthusiastic, like talking like a girl. It's funny shit, but even then I never had anyone even get suspicious of it. But what you're gonna want to do in order to adopt the personality of the influencers, you're just gonna want to like watch a bunch of their videos and pay attention to the words that they use. If they tend to use certain phrases more than others, just watch a bunch of content, do a bunch of research on them, listen to how they're talking to their audience and try to adopt that and talk, as if you were them. So talk to the people in the DMs as the influencer, take them to text, and then talk like yourself. Get them to feel like they're a part of a team, make the influencer look more valuable, more desirable to work with, and close that shit. Alright, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them as best as I can, and make videos based on your preferences or whatever you want me to, talk on. I'm happy to do it. So if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, then do that right now. There's a big red button down below. Hit that immediately. Don't fucking wait. Do it now. My name is Cameron Lowe, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. You guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Peace out.